So this comment from Jason Russ says, I hope if you have girls, you aren't telling them to accept boys in their showers and locker rooms in school. That's one place boys don't belong. I do have a daughter, a 9-year-old daughter, love of my life. And currently in school, they don't undress in locker rooms. They're still really young and just do gym class in their regular clothes. When the time comes, however, that she is in a locker room, I think that I will continue teaching her what I'm teaching her now, that girls and trans girls belong together and boys and trans boys belong together. I'm all for unisex bathrooms. I'm not so sure about unisex locker rooms in schools where people are changing, unless there's private rooms to change. But yeah, I am 100% okay with my daughter being in a bathroom and in a locker room with girls, trans girls, women, and trans women.
What did you say? What the f*** did you just say?
Yeah, I am 100% okay with my daughter being in a bathroom and in a locker room with girls, trans girls, women, and trans women.
She's fit for a straitjacket. This broad's 3 ways towards the weekend.
So that purple-haired woman we just heard from has to be virtue signaling for her TikTok followers, right? I mean, it's the only thing that makes any kind of logical sense. Because I don't believe for 1 second that any parent is going to knowingly send their child into the lion's den, i.e. send their 9-year-old daughter into the woman's restroom or locker room, knowing full well that there's going to be men in there, quite possibly with their wedding tackle out on full display. Sorry, I'm not buying it. Anyway, welcome back. Thank you guys so much for joining me. So I have a very quick and very crazy Clown World update for you guys today, and as usual, we have, well, very little time to waste. So, let's get into it. Now, if you place your attention on the screen for a moment. So this slightly balding individual is Violet. Now, that purple-haired lady's 9-year-old daughter might bump into Violet in the ladies' restroom one day because Violet is a biological man who identifies as a trans woman and calls himself a transbian or trans lesbian. Now, Violet frequents both lesbian dating apps and, you guessed it, ladies' restrooms. Wait, what?
What is your fucking problem, man? Huh?
Let's keep this party rolling with a message from Dr. Rachel Levine. Now, this is the epitome of intersectionality and identity politics. Here we have a trans woman talking about how climate change affects the Black community. And no, this is not a parody skit on SNL. This is real life. Roll it.
Hello, I'm Admiral Rachel Levine. This Black History Month, I'm pleased to partner with OMH in advancing better health through better understanding for Black communities. Climate change is having a disproportionate effect on the physical and mental health of Black communities. Black Americans are more likely than white Americans to live in areas and housing that increase their susceptibility to climate-related health issues. And 65% of Black Americans report feeling anxious about climate change's impact. Through our Office of Climate Change and Health Equity and the Office of Environmental Justice, we're working with providers and community leaders to identify innovative approaches that empower communities to address the health consequences linked to climate change. Visit hhs.gov for more information and tune in next Thursday to hear from another HHS leader on how you can contribute to advancing better health for Black communities.
What the f*** are you talking about, man?
Let's stick with politics for a moment. Now, listen to what New York City Mayor Eric Adams, who is a blatant racist, by the way, listen to what he says about the city leaders sitting up at the table there, who I believe are all Black, and he's very happy to point that out. Now, we all know that New York City is in shambles right now, and I'm not saying one has to do with the other. But just imagine for 1 second if this was a white mayor saying this stuff. Roll it.
Only 2 years. We are moving the needle forward. Is there more to do? You're darn right there is. But this committed team is getting it done. Look at this team, folks. Look at this team. Look at my deputy mayors. First Deputy Mayor Sheena Wright. Deputy Mayor, stand up. They need to see you. Deputy Mayor Williams Ison. Deputy Mayor Mira Josie. Deputy Mayor Amazar. Deputy Mayor Maria Torres Springer. Have you ever seen this much chocolate leading the city of New York? And then go down the line. Look who's here. This is representative of the city. That's why people are hating on me. You trying to figure out why they're hating on me?
Say what?
Have you ever seen this much chocolate leading the city of New York?
That's racism, man. I love to racism, bro.
Okay, let's stick with that theme for a moment. Now, I believe this next clip is from a TV show that will be airing on MSNBC called Black Men in America. Now, in this clip, we have attorney and race hustler Ben Crump talking to Reverend Al Sharpton and some other gentlemen about black crime in America. Now, I cannot believe these guys honestly say this stuff out loud. Like, do they just have absolutely no self-awareness at all? Roll it.
We can get rid of all the crime in America overnight, just like that. And people ask how, Attorney Crump? Change the definition of crime. Of course. If you get to define what conduct is going to be made criminal, you can predict who the criminal is going to be.
It sounds like we're criminal, though.
Yeah.
Our existence is criminal.
But they made the laws. They make the law to criminalize our culture,
to fit up.
black culture. I mean, and so when I think of Eric Garner, I always think of stuff like that.
He lost his life. Man.
Yeah, and then George Floyd was trying to buy cigarettes and so forth. So you have to think about the profiling things that they come up with, the profilers for pretextual reasons. And it happens every day, Al. They will come and say, you can't wear baggy pants.
Right.
Make that a crime.
Right.
You can't have milk cartons in your yard. Right. Make that a crime.
What the hell did you just say?
We can get rid of all the crime in America overnight, just like that. And people ask how, Attorney Crump? Change the definition of crime. Of course.
That's the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life.
Right.
Okay? That is just stupid.
Hey, real quick, before we go any further, I want to give a huge shout out to the sponsors of today's video. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to let this loop on the screen now for our blind subscribers and people sitting way, way, way in the back. What we're looking at here is a TikTok of a, well, slightly rotund young lady wearing a belly shirt doing a seductive dance with the caption, "Me trying to get my BF's attention when he's playing the video game." So there's that. Anyway, today's video is being brought to us by our first sponsor, is the Performance Clinic in Greenwood, Indiana. Thank you guys so much for sponsoring today's video. I really, really appreciate the support. And listen, if you're in the Greenwood, Indiana area and you're looking to boost your health, definitely go check out the Performance Clinic. It looks like they offer some fantastic services over there. So once again, the Performance Clinic in Greenwood, Indiana. If you're in the area, definitely swing by and check them out. Second sponsor of today's video is Blake Andrews. Blake, thank you so much, sir, for sponsoring today's video. I'm sorry to hear about your cat, Raven, but I'm really glad these videos kept you laughing through the tough times. So once again, today's video sponsors are the Performance Clinic in Greenwood, Indiana, and Blake Andrews. Thank you so much for sponsoring today's video. Now, if you'd like to sponsor the next video and help support the channel, there is a PayPal link in the description box below, and I will say your full name as a sponsor of said video unless stated otherwise by you. All right, I think we've seen enough of this young lady. Please get this off the screen. Oof.
Oh my God, look at that whale.
Hey, you know what we haven't heard anything about in today's video yet? Pronouns. That's about to change. Roll it.
So if the person used these in pronouns, instead of saying I hope he has a good day, you would say I hope Z has a good day. And for non-self pronouns, if the person used bunny, such as me, instead of saying, I hope he takes care of himself, you'd say, I hope Bun takes care of Bunny's self.
I don't know what the f*** you're talking about.
All right, guys, we're going to be wrapping it up with this clip because, well, I'm obviously having some lighting issues with my green screen, and I want to end the video before things get too wonky, so I do apologize for that. Thank you so much for bearing with me. I really appreciate it. But we will wrap it up with this clip of Vice President Chlamydia Harris, proving once again that she wasn't appointed to vice president on her merit. She's, well, a diversity hire, and she will prove us right once again. Anyway, things are clearly getting crazy out there, guys, so please take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Till next time, love you guys. Peace. Roll it.
You think you just fell out of a coconut tree? You exist in the context of all in which you live and what came before you.
Excuse me, the f*** did you just say?
You think you just fell out of a coconut tree?
Yeah, that's not funny. And you ain't black.